AnnyeongBuzz, welcome back to the channel where we talk all things K-pop, from shocking scandals to wholesome moments that make our hearts melt. And today we've got some exciting news for all you KSPO entertainment stans, especially if you've been following the rise of BOYNEXTDOOR. All right, let's talk about it. BOYNEXTDOOR is officially wrapping up their very first world tour, Knock On Vol. 1, and they're doing it with a bang at one of the most iconic venues in Korea, the KSPO Dome. Yup, from July 25th to the 27th, the boys are taking over that massive dome stage. And honestly, it feels like a full circle moment for a group that just debuted not too long ago. Can you believe we're already here? Now, this isn't just a regular ending concert. They've pulled out all the stops. The setlist is packed with tracks from Only Today I Love You and No Genre, two projects that really showed how BOYNEXTDOOR isn't afraid to experiment with their sound. And based on fan spoilers from previous shows, the arrangements, transitions, and even the VCRs are on another level. Like they're giving us main character energy in every second. And the craziest part? All 3 nights at KSPO Dome sold out in advance. The ticketing war was real, and if you managed to secure a seat, consider yourself blessed because it wasn't easy. That kind of demand says a lot about their growing popularity. Not just domestically, but globally. Now, let me be honest here. When they first debuted, I remember thinking, okay, here's another boy group from a big-name label. But they've genuinely exceeded expectations. They've carved out this refreshing, slightly nostalgic coming-of-age concept that feels so real. Not overly produced, not trying too hard. Just youthful energy, awkward charm, and catchy music. And it works. They even said, "We are sad that the tour will end soon, but we've prepared thoroughly to show you the best performance." I love that mindset. They're not just going through the motions. They're really thinking about the audience's experience. They even said people who saw the first stop of the tour will still enjoy this one, which makes me wonder. What kind of surprises are they hiding up their sleeves for the KSPO Dome shows? But here's a question I want to throw out to you guys. What's been your favorite stage from this tour so far? Like, which performance hit you right in the feels? Was it One and Only? Or maybe the emotional ones from Only Today I Love You? Drop it in the comments because I really want to know how you guys have experienced this tour, especially if you were lucky enough to attend one of the shows. And speaking of touring, these boys aren't even slowing down. After the KSPO Dome shows, they're heading to Lollapalooza Chicago on August 3rd and 4th. Like, what? That's a huge stage. That's international level exposure, and they'll be sharing the lineup with major global artists. I feel like this is going to be a huge test for them. How they connect with a Western audience that might not know their whole discography yet. I'm really curious how they'll switch up their energy to match that kind of crowd. Also, mark your calendars. August 20th, they're releasing their second Japanese single, Boy Life. And if the Japanese market embraces them like they did TXT or ENHYPEN, we're gonna see a whole new wave of BOYNEXTDOOR fans coming in. I feel like Japan really appreciates storytelling and emotion in music, which BOYNEXTDOOR absolutely delivers. But here's my take. I think this whole tour was a smart move by KSPO Entertainment. They didn't wait too long. They knew the group had buzz, and instead of just relying on viral moments, they put them on the road, connected with fans directly, and built a loyal fandom from the ground up. In an industry where overexposure can sometimes hurt rookies, I think they found the perfect balance. So, I'm tossing it to you now. Do you think BOYNEXTDOOR has what it takes to become the next major K-pop export? Or do you feel like they still have some growing up to do before hitting that next level? Let's have a real convo in the comments, because you know I always read what you guys say. And speaking of groups on the rise, pun absolutely intended, let's talk about RIIZE and the massive impact they're making in Japan right now. Honestly, what they're pulling off in just 10 months since their Japanese debut is no joke. RIIZE has officially taken over the Japanese archipelago. Their current tour, 2025 RIIZE Concert Tour, Rising Loud, is turning heads and setting records, especially with their recent shows at Saitama Super Arena on July 23rd and 24th. And get this, They didn't just fill the venue, they sold out all tickets through fan club pre-sales alone. That's wild. No public sale, no promotions outside the core fandom, just BOYNEXTDOOR, their fans, showing up in full force. That's a sign of true fan dedication and deep emotional connection. And because demand was so high, they had to switch the venue to stadium mode, which allowed them to bring in 54,000 people over 2 nights. 54,000 in less than a year of local activity. That's idol domination. If anyone doubted their popularity outside Korea, this is your wake-up call. And of course, they didn't just show up, they delivered. The setlist? Insane. They performed 25 songs, mixing both Japanese versions of their debut tracks like Love 119, Lucky, Be My Next, as well as the bangers from their first full-length Korean album, Fly Up, Back Bad Back, Midnight Mirage, and Another Life. I saw a few clips online, and the stage production looked on par with top-tier J-pop acts. The energy, the camera work, even the styling, it all screamed, we're here to stay. And I love how RIIZE is handling this moment. They're not being overly flashy about it. They're grateful. One of the members even said, "It's amazing that the large concert hall is filled with BOYNEXTDOOR. It's a moment I've been dreaming of since before my debut." You can tell that they're not taking this for granted. And that's such a refreshing attitude in an industry where success can sometimes make people lose that sense of humility. Another thing I appreciate is how they included their fandom in every part of the performance. They said, "Thank you for completing the performance with us." That kind of language creates a partnership with the fans. It's not just, we performed, you watched. It's, we did this together. That's powerful. That's how you build a long-lasting bond with your audience. Now, their next goal? Even bigger venues. And honestly, at this point, who's going to doubt them? They've already proven that they have the ticket power, and if they keep releasing solid music, staying connected with BOYNEXTDOOR, and delivering live shows like this, Tokyo Dome might not be that far off. But what do you guys think? Do you see RIIZE becoming the next major K-pop force in Japan? Could they be the next group to pull a full dome tour, or even start cracking into Western markets more aggressively? And if you've been following their Japanese releases, which one's your fave? Personally, Be My Next has been stuck in my head all week. It's so addictive. Let's get into it in the comments. RIIZE's rapid growth is one of the most exciting storylines in K-pop right now, and I really want to hear your predictions. Are they going to dominate Asia next? Or do you think they should focus on solidifying their Japanese presence first? Whatever your thoughts are, you know I'll be reading them. So sound off, let's chat, and as always, thanks for buzzing with me here on AnnyeongBuzz.